For more resources, visit rymonline.org.
One, two, three.
The Local Youth Worker is a daily podcast that's centered on 5 questions each week. Ranging from the practical to the professional, we're looking for answers to the questions you're asking. Whether you're in full-time, part-time, or even volunteer youth ministry, this podcast is for you.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Again, we are talking with Justin Pillsbury, who is at Cahaba Park Presbyterian in Birmingham, Alabama. Justin, we know that youth ministry isn't ministry just to youth or just to students, but to the whole family. So what's some things that you've done to foster or deepen a relationship with the parents? I know a lot of youth workers can be intimidated by parents, try to avoid parents. So what are some things that you've done that have been helpful to deepen those relationships?
One of the biggest things is obviously to see, hey, we're here to come alongside the parents. Sometimes in youth ministry, we can think we're against the parents. But one of the things we remind our students of all the time, even though you probably don't feel it all the time, most of you, there's no one that's for your good on this earth more than your parents. And so we want to come along and build strong relationships with our parents as much as possible. But at the same time, trying to remind them, hey, these teenage years are part of the time where they're leaving. You're preparing them to leave. And so it's not going to be like for us, we do everything we can to make sure that we don't have a parent leading a small group if their kid's in that small group, because it just instantly changes the dynamic for that kid. They're not going to be able to share and be as open as they are. We may have that parent leading another small group, but we just explain, hey, we love you, we love your kid, but we want to give them the opportunity to begin that process where their faith becomes their own. And for me, had a parent say, man, when our kids got to the youth group, all of a sudden we felt like the Calvary had come in. All along, all these things we had been saying, all these things we had been teaching, finally, it took relevance because we weren't saying it. It was the youth staff members that were teaching our children these truths, and all of a sudden, it became cool and it clicked because it wasn't mom and dad.
Oh, yeah. And
so that's the hope, is that we're coming alongside, reinforcing the truths that are being taught from home for most of these kids. And so we want to help lead these students so that faith becomes their own.
Yeah. And when you said at the beginning that you want parents to know that you're coming alongside them to help them, just practically speaking, how do you communicate that to the parents? How do you let them know that? I mean, there's probably several different channels that you can
there's a lot. I mean, one of them for us during the school year, in Jackson, eating lunch with students was easy. Birmingham, it's a little harder. And so one of the things during the school year is, hey, make it the aim to try and take out at least one dad for lunch. Just get to know him, talk a little bit of youth ministry. And then the other thing is we have a youth ministry team made up of men and women in the church. And so for us, one of our philosophies of ministry is that parental aspect. And so we cover a different philosophy of ministry each time, but it's having that youth ministry team reinforce that, as they're visiting with other members in the church. So those are some of the channels in which we try to communicate, hey, we're coming alongside, we're not here to replace you by any means.
Yeah, and I mean, that's so huge, like you said, that you're just reinforcing those truths that they're hearing in the home. And I've had several parents tell me when I was, a youth worker, just how thankful they were that they're having other people saying the same things in their lives. And it is just when they finally hear it from the 20-something, 30-something youth worker, it can click. The Lord can use that.
Absolutely.
It's part of His beauty of designing the church to function in that way, So that's good. So you said just kind of communicating that to the parents, coming alongside them, also, taking them out to get lunches. Any other practical things you've done to foster relationships?
Just over the years, one of the things that we try and do is send out personal handwritten notes on a regular basis, and we send those out to both the students and then to parents. And it's just kind of, hey, just letting you know we're thinking about you, we're praying for you. If it's a student, there may have been something that happened. Whether we went to RYM with them and said, hey, enjoy the week we did at RYM, looking forward, to a good school year. And just writing those notes, it's amazing the impact that not only has on the student, but the parent. Because when the parent sees that, hey, this youth leader took the time to write a handwritten note, which you just don't see as much of today with text, Snapchat, fill in the blank, whatever, communication tool. And you'd even, too, it'd be funny. I have had a parent say, hey, my son or daughter, put that note on their mirror. You're just like, things you just, and so how those turn into being encouragement. And at the same time, it's encouraging the parents that, hey, there's other people out there that are after my son or daughter's heart, that they want them to know Jesus.
Yeah.
And so, it can, as a parent, it can feel, there's no doubt, isolating at times, and that no one else is in this with you. And so, but that's the main thing, is just constantly letting the parents know, hey, we're here for you. And then sometimes you're going to have parents that are going to be upset, and just as much as you can, try to listen, instead of just jumping in and defending yourself. And there may be a time where you got to jump in and defend someone on your staff or some chaperone or volunteer, but make sure you listen and be calm and pray that the Lord, won't let your pride swell up too much.
Yeah, that's good. And that's good advice about the handwritten notes as well. If you were to ask me weaknesses in ministry, that would have been one of my biggest, was not doing a lot of handwritten notes, because that does go a long way. Like you're saying, it's becoming more and more rare.
Yeah.
But I remember a seminary professor saying that one thing he just always kind of practiced was he would always buy just a pack of thank you notes, and he would just try to go through those in a month, and then go buy another pack and just do it. And he said there were people that he could do no wrong because he had sent them a letter, a handwritten letter. And so that does have so much value.
It does. And it's, because this thing is, we're trying to find what are the communication channels in which we can communicate with our students. And obviously, we use text message, we may use social media and other, electronic versions. But it's one that, for some reason, it still kind of grabs the attention in other ways.
Yeah.
Others won't.
And it's got that permanence to it. A text message just kind of becomes obsolete. But when you've got a note you can hold, and like you said, put on the mirror, it's a reminder of, hey, this person loves me. This person is reaching out to me, or, in the case of the parent, this person's coming alongside me, helping me, raise my child. So that's good advice. Thanks for that, Justin.
Absolutely.